Imagine the morning sun breaking over the Sudanese desert. Its light catches the steep angles of over 200 pyramids that stretch to the horizon. These aren't the famous monuments at Giza. This is Meroë, the capital of the ancient Kingdom of Kush. And these pyramids outnumber all of Egypt's combined. For over 1,000 years, long after Egypt had abandoned pyramid building, Kushite engineers were perfecting the art. They built more pyramids than any civilization in history, 255 documented structures compared to Egypt's 138. How did a kingdom, often seen as secondary to Egypt, accomplish what the mighty pharaohs could not sustain? The story we're often told about pyramids begins and ends with Egypt, but that story is dangerously incomplete. New evidence reveals that the Kingdom of Kush didn't just imitate Egyptian architecture, they completely transformed it. Using Iron Age technology, innovative construction methods, and industrial-scale metal production, the Kushites created a sustainable model for monumental architecture that would endure for a millennium. Picture yourself standing in ancient Meroë, around 100 BC. The air rings with the sound of iron hammers on sandstone. Smoke rises from massive furnaces where metallurgists forge tools that cut stone with unprecedented precision. You're not just in a sacred burial ground. You're in an industrial complex, a factory for eternity. While Egypt's most intensive phase of royal pyramid construction lasted only about 200 years during the Old Kingdom, the Kushites discovered the secret to building pyramids across 40 generations. The transformation began in 751 BC at King Pianki revived pyramid construction after Egypt had abandoned the practice for over 500 years. This wasn't nostalgia, it was strategic innovation. Pianki and his successors went on to conquer Egypt, ruling as the 25th dynasty, the Black Pharaohs. But instead of simply occupying Egyptian monuments, they launched their own architectural tradition that would outlast their northern neighbors by centuries. The key engineering breakthrough wasn't architectural at all. It was metallurgical. Egyptian builders of the Old Kingdom struggled with copper and bronze tools that would dull after cutting just a few blocks of stone. But Kushite craftsmen wielded advanced iron implements that could maintain their edge through entire construction projects. These tools could cut stone 4 times more efficiently than bronze. Meroë became the industrial center of iron production in northeastern Africa, with furnaces reaching incredible temperatures thanks to ceramic pot bellows and complex airflow systems. This technological edge completely changed the construction equation. But the Kushites were about to combine this with another innovation, one that was hiding in plain sight. For centuries, farmers had used a simple device to lift water from the Nile. It's called a shaduf. The Kushites realized it could also lift stone. At sites across Sudan, archaeologists have uncovered evidence of the shaduf system adapted for pyramid construction. Imagine a giant seesaw with a counterbalanced lever. On one end, a heavy weight. On the other, ropes to lift stone blocks. Unlike the massive ramp systems of Egypt, which required armies of workers dragging blocks up enormous earthen slopes, the shaduf allowed small teams to lift heavy blocks with minimal effort. The central pivot pole was often left buried inside the finished structure, an elegant and efficient solution, perfectly suited to their smaller scale monuments. Now, look at a Kushite pyramid. That impossibly steep angle isn't just for dramatic effect. It's a mark of mathematical brilliance. Kushite pyramids rise at a sharp 70 degrees, creating these knife-edge silhouettes against the desert sky. Egyptian pyramids, by contrast, have a gentler slope of 40 to 50 degrees. Why the difference? Engineering calculations reveal that this steeper angle reduced the amount of material needed by 30%, while still maximizing the pyramid's height. A typical Kushite pyramid stood between 6 and 30 meters tall on a base of just 8 to 12 meters. These were compact monuments that could be completed in months, not decades. Follow those steep walls down, past the sand and into the earth itself, and you'll discover another key innovation. While Egyptian pyramids often contained complex internal chambers that could weaken the structure and complicate construction, Kushite engineers built their burial chambers entirely underground. Steep staircases descended into solid bedrock, leading to vaulted chambers that would remain dry for millennia. Excavations showed they could complete the entire burial complex first, seal it, and then build the pyramid on top. The pyramid became, as researchers call it, an elaborate tombstone. It was remarkably practical. This approach fundamentally changed who could build a pyramid, and that change would transform an entire society. At Meroë, evidence suggests there were permanent communities of skilled craftsmen. These weren't slaves, but professional builders living in substantial houses near the pyramid fields. Analysis of food remains from their quarters shows a diet rich in beef, barley beer, and even imported dates luxury foods that show they were valued specialists. These hereditary builders passed their techniques from father to son, preserving their knowledge across generations. The scale of their achievement becomes staggering when you grasp Meroë's full scope. The city has 3 distinct cemetery complexes sprawling across 170 acres of desert. The northern cemetery holds 41 royal pyramids, each one marking the reign of a king or queen. The southern cemetery preserves the tombs of earlier dynasties. But here's the truly mind-blowing part. The western cemetery contains over 800 graves, including 82 pyramids built not for royalty, but for successful merchants, victorious generals, and master craftsmen. The democratization of pyramid building had begun. This created a sustained demand that kept construction expertise alive for over 40 generations. Still, a fundamental question remained. How did they manage these massive construction projects in the middle of the desert? The answer was hidden underground. Excavations have uncovered an elaborate system of Hufir's massive artificial reservoirs designed to capture seasonal rainfall. These weren't just for drinking water. Underground channels directed this water to construction sites. Workers used water-lubricated sledges to transport heavy blocks, reducing friction by up to 50%. This brilliant water management system could support large workforces year-round, right in the heart of the desert. This infrastructure required a massive investment. The funding source turned out to be just as innovative as the engineering. Archaeological surveys have documented over 6 tons of iron slag from just one smelting site at Meroë, and radiocarbon dating reveals a perfect correlation. Large-scale iron production spanned over 1,000 years, directly lining up with the pyramid building period. Iron production funded everything. Iron tools built the pyramids, iron weapons defended the kingdom, and iron trade goods from tools to weapons generated the wealth that funded the monuments. The integration of industry and religion at Meroë created something the ancient world had never seen before. It was a place where smoke from iron furnaces rose beside pyramid construction sites, where the clang of hammers echoed against sacred chants. In 1912, one archaeologist dubbed Meroë the Birmingham of Africa, recognizing it as an industrial powerhouse that transformed Earth into eternity. This unique system produced rulers whose pyramids tell extraordinary stories. There's Queen Amanirinas, the one-eyed warrior queen who led a 5-year war against the Roman Empire. She defeated Augustus's legions so decisively that she buried a captured bronze head of the emperor beneath the temple doorway, so her people could forever tread upon their enemy. Her pyramid incorporated defensive innovations that remain intact to this day. Then there's Queen Amanishakato, who built one of Meroë's largest pyramids. Tragically, it was destroyed by an Italian treasure hunter in 1834, but not before he uncovered a stunning collection of gold jewelry, which is now displayed in museums in Berlin and Munich. And King Taharka's pyramid at Nuri stands as the largest in all of Nubia, a testament to the power and ambition of the Black Pharaohs. The pyramids of Kush are not a footnote to Egypt's story. They are a testament to a different kind of genius, one of adaptation, industrial might, and sustainable innovation. For 1,000 years, this kingdom of iron and stone perfected a vision of eternity that was uniquely their own, leaving behind a legacy etched into the desert, steeper, stronger, and more enduring than anyone ever thought possible. Thanks for watching. If you found this journey into the lost kingdom of Kush fascinating, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more hidden histories. See you next time. When you think of pyramids, you probably picture Egypt. But what if I told you there's another kingdom, south of Egypt, that built more pyramids than the Egyptians ever did? Welcome to the forgotten Kingdom of Kush, a civilization that mastered the art of pyramid building and left behind a legacy that we are only just beginning to understand. Deep in modern-day Sudan, over 250 pyramids rise from the desert sands. These aren't just smaller copies of their Egyptian neighbors. They are monuments to a civilization with incredible engineering and astronomical knowledge. Take, for example, the pyramids at Meroë. Some were so precisely aligned that on the Egyptian New Year, the sunrise would appear directly over a pyramid's apex when viewed from the sacred mountain, Jebel Bar. This level of precision suggests surveying skills on par with any ancient civilization. While the Egyptians built massive monuments like the Great Pyramid of Giza, requiring tens of thousands of workers over decades, the Kushites took a different approach. A typical Kushite pyramid, about 15 meters high, could be built by a small team of skilled workers in just a few months. This efficiency was their genius. While Egypt's pyramid building era lasted about 200 years before the resource drain became too much, the Kushite model thrived for over 1,000 years. They succeeded through strategy, not just brute force, funding their projects with a diversified economy that included iron production. This sustainable model allowed them to endure invasions, droughts, and economic shifts. But the most incredible discoveries are happening right now. At sites like Meroë, rising groundwater has flooded ancient burial chambers. Archaeologists, funded by National Geographic, are now using scuba gear to explore these submerged tombs. What they be finding is astonishing. Perfectly preserved gold foil fragments and vibrant murals that have been protected by the water for over 2,000 years. At another site, Jematin's 16 new pyramids with intact burial chambers were recently discovered. Each new find reveals more about their sophisticated engineering, like perfect corbelled ceilings that distribute weight without mortars and drainage systems that kept chambers dry for millennia. Despite these incredible discoveries, there's a huge piece of the puzzle missing. We can't read their language. The Meroitic script, while we can sound out the letters, remains largely This means the Kushites' own stories, their construction records, religious beliefs, and histories are still locked away in stone. Imagine what secrets these inscriptions hold, waiting for a future breakthrough to unlock them. Today, fewer than 10,000 tourists visit Sudan's pyramids each year, a stark contrast to the millions who flock to Giza. Yet, Meroë is a UNESCO World Heritage Site, recognized for what it truly is, a testament to one of humanity's greatest engineering achievements. The Kushites didn't just build more pyramids than Egypt. They created a sustainable system for monument construction that became part of their cultural fabric for over a millennium. As we stand before these silent sandstone giants, we're reminded that sometimes the most elegant and enduring solutions come from facing the greatest challenges. The forgotten empire of Kush has a lot more to teach us. Thanks for watching. If you're fascinated by ancient mysteries like this one, make sure to subscribe for more deep dives into forgotten history.